They wanted me to spit reality rap.
Problem is,
Yeah.
what the problem is,
Whatever that fucking mean. Yeah.
let's go.
Fuck you niggas and I mean that. You want war, bitch, I bring that. Real niggas dressing all black. I'll put your life in the past. All you lames ain't gon' last. Put that dumb shit in the trash. I be yelling in the jungle wildin' with gorillas even when it's fast. I was boosting and was back up. Run all up in your stash house. Tell you niggas kick the cash out. 45 on your ass. A lot of y'all dudes is acting. Keep on saying that y'all trapping. Put you right up on the news channel 45 asking what happened. Big nigga and I'm hustling. I dare you niggas try to touch me. So official like the ref. I got some real niggas that'll leave you dusty. I ain't never had nothing. Making something out of nothing. Out here grinding real hard, trying to turn the Debbie to an English muffin. I whip the work like a slave nigga. Streets know I'm a go-getter. I can never be a whole nigga. Real facts, you's a whole nigga. Catch the boy in the cup. Watch the pot bubble up. Profit going double up. Really never give a fuck. My whole hood really bout that. Cross the line, then we off black. Kill a nigga when it's off black. Smoke you chunks like some gas. My father never really fuck with me. None of you niggas can't fuck with me. Say it twice so you remember me. None of y'all can't fuck with me. So how I wait like I just dropped the molly. Wait for a young dumbass nigga to try me. Giving them shots to the face of the body. Cause like a boxer, man, shots to the body. I done did a lot of dumb shit. A lot of beat a hater up type shit. I got that shit straight from high and out. Nigga, I'm real. I saw the teens of that musty. It was loud, it was crunchy. That's when housing came and rushed me. That's when housing came and rushed me. Came around every corner, had me on the ground. That's when they cuffed me. Had to switch the game up. Started capping up for slugs. I'm getting money, nigga, what? I'm getting money, nigga, what? Nobody couldn't tell me nothing cause a real nigga never gave a fuck. Homie told her that was fucked up. Real talk, that was fucked up. When I see you little nigga hit you with that 40, let you know your time's up. Gritty nigga still hungry. Yes, the boy still hungry. I be in my own lane fighting like a champ, getting to the money. All that stupid shit. They gon' give me some money and ball out. I'ma stack it so high to the ceiling that when it come to my house, you gon' fall out. Only real niggas know what I'm talking about. I shoot a fuck nigga like film in a movie. Spit it for reals like we shooting a Uzi. Crossing the beach, you be out of here. Only you know I don't show no fear. Treat you like magic, you disappear. Make sure you haters is crystal clear. Get them away from here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
There you go, there you go. Dress it up to make it real for me.
Let me take you higher and show you how you should feel. Baby, there's something now available in your body. Whatever it is you want from me, baby. See, you don't have to say nothing. Know your body wants something. It's easy for me to see that your body is going for me. I can hear it calling me. You know the word. I can hear it calling me. Yeah. I can hear it calling me. I went to R. Kelly concert. He's here, this right here. Hey. I hear you calling me. I hear you calling me. I'm listening. I thought I heard somebody over here calling me. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. I'm listening. I hear you calling me. I'm listening. I hear you calling me. I heard somebody over here calling me. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, perfect timing. Yeah. What's up? What's going on? Dream Team. Hey. I ain't even gonna play that. I ain't gonna play that one. They don't know about that. But I'm gonna say this shout out to the Dream Team here, man. I thank every last one of y'all. Let's get directly into it. If you want to support the channel, you go ahead and hit the Cash App at $OfficialDanaJay. Also hit the Patreon, support the Patreon at www.patreon.com/all caps official Dana J. Hit me up on Twitter, Dana J the brand. Also, is a little box at the bottom of the chat with a $sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. Nothing too little, nothing too small. You know, Dana J, I surely appreciate it all. If y'all look at the goal box, right? I'm on a goal for $400. You ready? K to the Izzo, what's up? Welcome here, man. I appreciate you. I got a goal of $400. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because so far, what I did was I took the last 3 months super chats, right? That the Dream Team been supporting me and putting money on the super chat, and also I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up membership over here too. But I thank y'all so much, because I was sitting here the other day. I was like, man, I wonder what I'm going to do. And because of the Dream Team, and I'm going to say this, it's not because of me, because I ain't take no money out of my paycheck. I ain't take none of that. I'm going to use, I'm going to use majority of that for New York. I'm going to say because of y'all, I was able to get some things to keep me in the game. Because, you know, you got people like Dennis Byron that got the big lens, the big Bertha lens. So I said, I don't want nothing that big, but I want to be able to compete with the others. What up, Malik? What up, Malik? Appreciate you for the $4.99 5-piece. Listen, I need 9 more people to hit the super chat. I don't care what it is, but we on a goal to 400, right? And I got to have it before I leave on the 26th, because I'm leaving on the 26th to go to New York for a week for the Diddy trial. I'm not asking y'all to pay for my hotel because it's not your responsibility. I am a content creator. I am a blogger. I am a inspiring journalist, and I have media under my belt. So what I want to do is I want to go and give you content that makes sense. I want to give you right content that makes sense. I don't want to, have to give you biased stuff. Nah, man, we ain't doing none of that. And we doing real content over here. Real content. So I'm going to share with everybody what the dreams have done. Atmos Love, thank you so much for the $9.99 piece. I appreciate you. And my brother Atmos, man, he came and got some seasoning today. I'm waiting for him to tell me how it is. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting for him to tell me how it is. I already know how it's going to be, but I'm waiting for him to tell me how it is. Y'all know how it is. And when your friends and your brothers, I'm waiting for your friends and your brothers to come. But I'm going to show y'all real quick, man. I'm going to show y'all. I was able to get a book bag carrying case. Matter of fact, it hold my camera, it hold the lens, it hold my laptop, my Mac laptop. I was able to get that. See, I believe in being fair and being honest. And I believe in showing where y'all money is going. Oh, my fault. See, I'm not going to tell y'all to donate and then can't furnish or show y'all where y'all money went to. Y'all got an SD card for me. I appreciate it. That SD card goes in the camera. And so that way I can hold footage. The whole bag. Y'all see it. I was able to get an ultra wide lens for the camera. Y'all know I needed that. Yeah. I need that to keep up with them guys. I got 2 extra batteries and a battery pack charger for the lens. I got a chest harness. So therefore I can just put the camera on the chest harness and go and film as I'm doing it. What else I get? Oh, hold on. Let me see. I got the bowling ball clamp. I got the Belkin extension. And I also got the T9 SSD card. That's for also external stuff. So that way I can have more stuff. I can film longer. Also what I got is the GoPro 13 vlogger set. You know what I mean? So I thank y'all so much. Without the dream team, I couldn't have did it. And yes, I took the last 3 months of the super chats and I put it there. I nigga said, where the shovel and shank so you can break Diddy out. No, man. No, man, I ain't doing that. What up, Wafia? I'm ready to go on the 26th. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm ready to go up there with the so-called competition and the big dogs. You know, this is what goes down. I was able to hang with them in the R. Kelly trial, so let's see how I do in the Diddy trial. So Dream Team, I want to say thank you for helping me get that. The 400 that I'm collecting now, it's to help with the plane ticket, honestly. Plane ticket is $448. Already paid for the hotel, and my hotel for the week was $925. So if y'all can help me reach my goal of 400, plane tickets $448. So You know, it is what it is. So we're going to get into it. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into it. I want to say thank you once again, Dream Team. And without y'all, it wouldn't be no me. I mean, I'm honest about it. I'm telling you what's going on. I'm telling you where everything is going. There's no games. I'm not scamming. None of you guys. I'm not, you know, I don't have to get out here and tell y'all that I'm going to go buy a press pass and there is no press pass. Or the press pass is for in-house itself. I don't have to sit back and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when somebody just say, well, let me just email the court and see the court come back with a different decision. And the so-called friends of the Dream Team be like, oh no, Dana said that. Nah, you ain't going to get that out of me. What you're going to get out of me is clear, concise, documentary, truth, and reporting. That's what it's about. So we're going to jump in this Diddy trial. Day 2. Oh boy. I'm reporting from Inner City Press. I could have been reporting all day, but no, I'm going to report right now. So the Diddy docket sealing sort. This is how the day started. The Diddy docket sealing sort. Sean Combs trial began. The talk of freak off video. Now lawyer for Cassie seeks sealing a video. Even to propose press pool of 3. Inner City Press story. So it says Diddy docket sealing. Okay. Sean Combs trial began with the talk of the freak off video. Now lawyer for Cassie. Late on May 12th, the lawyer for Cassie Ventura opposed any public or press views of the video. Exhibits letter here. Then it says, okay. Then here's the letter. Diddy docket delayed. The prosecutors filed this under seal 4 weeks ago, and only tonight at midnight put it in the public docket. 4/15/25. RE defense requests for victim 4 Rule 17 subpoena. Inner City Press on the case book. Let's see what they say. Let's see what this say. Whew. Request to be filed under seal by email. United States versus Combs. Dear Judge Submarinian, the government is in receipt of the defendant's April 15th, 2025 requests for a Rule 17 subpoena for materials from victim 4 and respectfully requests to respond by Friday, April the 18th, 2025. In making this request, the government notes that the proposed subpoena is inconsistent with the guidance provided by the court at the April 14th, 2025 conference in this matter. At that conference, the court advised defense counsel that a broad request for materials from victim 4 will present issues and that counsel should therefore be rifle shot about what you are asking for and point to specific items of relevance that you believe exists and have not been turned over and are not in Mr. Combs' possession, and confer with the government to see if they can assist in any way in getting you access to some of those materials. April 14th, 2025 conference trial at 23. Despite this clear guidance, the defendant made no attempt to confer with the government, instead submitting a broad request that on its face is the exact kind of general fishing expedition prohibited by Rule 17, United States versus Nixon case law. Y'all know I don't read the case laws. So SDNY, October 16, 2024, denying broad proposed Rule 17 subpoena because, among other reasons, the defendant was engaging in a fishing expedition. As a result, the government respectfully seeks an opportunity to respond prior to issuance of any subpoena. Okay, respectfully submitted. Matthew Podolsky, acting United States Attorney. Cool. So we go up a little bit. Then we get this right here. United States versus Combs, April 23rd, 2025. Dear Judge Romanian, the government respectfully writes in response to the court's April 22nd, 2025 order seeking additional information regarding the risk of harm to victim number 4, where she to testify under her own name. Those harms which are detailed in a declaration from her counsel attached hereto as Exhibit A, FARA declaration, are numerous and more than sufficient to warrant a pseudonym. Victim 4 wishes to testify under a pseudonym. Who's victim number 4? The risk of harm to victim 4 otherwise, including psychological, emotional, and professional harms of publicly talking about, that's blanked out, more than justify to use of a pseudonym. See FARA declaration. See also United States versus Paris case law. Allowing use of a pseudonym where victims face likely adverse personal, professional, and psychological consequences of publicly linking their identities to their past experiences. Victim number 4 also fears harassment. Now that's blanked out. It is quite reasonable to think that the harassment will increase exponentially if she testified under her true name, especially with the press coverage this case has garnered. United States versus Marcus case law, finding that in light of the explicit nature of the conduct that the witnesses will be testifying about, the court has determined that the witnesses' fear of harassment and reprisals by the media and others is legitimate. The court should therefore allow victim number 4 to testify under a pseudonym. Excuse me. The defendant cites no cases in this circuit denying pseudonyms for victim witnesses. Government pseudonym mill at 8 to 9, collecting cases in which pseudonyms are permitted, not, as the defendant suggests, serve as a waiver of her application for a pseudonym on or her rights as a victim to be protected and treated with fairness and respect under the Crime Victims' Rights Act, 18 USC 3771. I believe that victim number 4 should be done. That's what it sounds like. Victim number 4 has never spoken publicly about the sensitive topics that we see that she will cover in her testimony. Oh yeah, that might be done. Ooh. It say, thanks, I would accept they keep filing documents in U.S. versus Combs, even now after midnight. Things the prosecutors keep entirely under seal until just now, like this one. Okay, let's see what they talking about on this right here. Take it back to the beginning. Let's go.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Today, Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. It's day 2 for real after the jury selection of the U.S. versus Sean Combs trial. Yesterday, we covered it in great detail. The jury selection in which the juror from the UN made it on, despite his claims to have that his Office of Counterterrorism doesn't work with U.S. law enforcement. It's not credible. But then there were the opening statements, hammering hard. Tenny Geragos did it for the defense, among their 9 lawyers. And she said this is about private personal conduct and that he may be a terrible person, but it's not a federal RICO charge. The government hammered away, saying you're going to hear from Jane, Cassie, Mia. And then the witnesses began. There was first the LAPD officer who went to the 6th floor among the famous kicking incident. And it turns out that he filmed his own version of the security camera footage and preserved it for, he was going to just show his wife, but he preserved it for eternity. Now, the cross-examination of him was done by Brian Steele, who tried to point out various inconsistencies of things that he hadn't put in his written report at the time, but only remembered later while speaking to the prosecutors. It wasn't a bad cross at all. coming off his Young Thug work. You know, score one for Brian Steele. Now, the next witness was I'm called him Male Dan. This is where it got pretty gruesome. Not gruesome. I mean, yes, gruesome. He was invited up and began to perform. But he stopped being able to perform once he saw the violence. He said he was a kind of a compelling character in a way. Now, the defense chose to have Xavier Donaldson, who I like and know quite well. I mean, I cover him more than these other lawyers because he's on the CJA panel and represents many criminal defendants here in SDNY as appointed counsel. He's taken a kind of his first line of attack was to try to say that the male escort or exotic dancing firm of Mr. Phillip games SEO, so he must be a fraudster. That's not really going far. He didn't finish his cross, and it's going to begin today. And we're coming up on the courthouse. You're going to see the madness in front. So we'll see what he does. And today is going to be the day of Cassie Ventura. So this is a longer than normal intro, but it's a case that we're covering in great detail. Now, we're also covering the crypto beat, among many others. And yesterday there was a development. Ever since this Todd Blanche memo in April, crypto prosecutions have been...
Okay. So now it says AUSA Johnson said, we just wouldn't show the videos to the courtroom gallery, and the jurors and everyone in the well would wear earphones. These materials are sexually explicit or involve nudity. One has submitted a letter here. Diddy die concealing sword. Sean Combs trial begins free. Okay. Later on May 12th, the lawyer for Cassie Ventura opposed any public or press views of the video exhibits. Okay. Judge Seberanian, this is about evidence that is coming into the case. The public has a right to know what is happening at trial. I don't see how we would navigate that concern. There's a potential impact on the jurors of signaling some evidence requires sealing. You know what? I totally like this judge, and I wish Rob Kelly had this judge. So Combs Donaldson, you said Mr. Combs was directing, but do you recall meeting the prosecutors on March 28th, 2025, and telling them you didn't recall Mr. Combs giving directions about positions? Phillip, yes. Donaldson, so he didn't direct. Phillip, incorrect. Combs Donaldson, you only saw her inebriated one time. Phillip, I saw her passed out on the couch. Mr. Combs told me, I don't think it's going to happen today. Donaldson said, the time with the other male, you rotated. Phillip, not correct. Donaldson, you watch. Yes. AUSA said, I've handed up GXB. Do you recognize it? Ventura, this is Cassie on the stand. Ventura, yes, I reviewed this drive. It has communication and documents pertaining to Mr. Combs. AUSA, did you review photos on it? Cassie said, yes. The AUSA said, what's this photo? Cassie said, me in 2004 with Carrie Morgan. So Cassie said, I didn't know what no could turn into. The AUSA said, what do you mean? I'm going to say it again. Cassie Ventura said, I didn't know what no could turn into. Stop for a second. I don't care how many times a woman tell you yes. When she say no, that means stop. So the AUSA said, what do you mean? Cassie said, making him angry. The AUSA said, what were you afraid would happen if you said no? Cassie said, though time he had blackmail materials. So the AUSA said, what did you give the government? Cassie Ventura said, laptops with the S on it, meaning more than one. Okay. Meanwhile, Rikers Island ordered just out at SDNY Live. The court will appoint and independent Nunez remediation manager who will report only to this court to cure defendant's contempt and the ongoing violations of the rights of people in custody in the city jails. So that's what's going on right now. But at Nunez joint, back to the Diddy docket, civil division, Jane Doe must give name. Sean Combs was sued for rape in Hotel Rio by Doe pseudonym, denied name by May the 20th. And the city press broke the story. So it says, Diddy docket, Doe must give name. Sean Combs was sued for rape in Hotel Rio by Doe pseudonym, denied. On May the 13th, it was ordered that plaintiff shall file a de-anonymized version of the complaint no later than May the 20th, 2025. And the order was put right there. Right here, the judge said, we'll break here. If like the coverage, y'all can go hit in the city press like they always do. I like that. Also, in the city press said, Cassie said on the stand, the freak-offs became a job. There was no time to do anything else but do them, then try to recover. Hold on. I got a question. They said R. Kelly, this what Ann Donnelly and the government said now, that R. Kelly had Geronda Pace, Faith Rogers working for him just by them having sex with him. Pause. That's what they said that R. Kelly was doing, right? So Cassie said the freak-offs became a job. There was no time to do anything else but do them, then try to recover. So hold on. If that's the case, and if Rob got sentenced for just having casual sex, what do you think Diddy gonna get when they're saying that it was a job because she couldn't do nothing else? On top of that, that was his girl. Hey, Nay, that was his girl. So anybody that value you women is not going to have you doing nothing out the ordinary, especially with another man. Make this make sense. Or should I say other men's? So the AUSA said, how much time in your week would freak-offs take? Ventura said the longest was 4 days. Significant periods of time. Hold on. So you got, let me, Diddy, you're a dirty dog. Let me try to point this out. You will have a freak off with the woman that you claim is your girl and other men, and the longest you watch was for 4 days? And what type of sicko are you? So, and the city press said, okay, now in arraignment of contraband and the courthouse case. Before Judge Jed Rekoff, AUSA wants protective order for video taken inside of the courthouse. What dummy went and took a video inside the courthouse? Defendant is not in detention, but 2 U.S. Marshals are here in the back of the courtroom. Story later. Oh, Jesus. Then it says, okay, now an arrangement. Okay, that's the same thing. All right. For those asking, here's from the complaint and the contraband and the SDNY courthouse case. It was ammunition for a Luger. The defendant is out on bail, and now they'll be briefing is the video of his entry, and search must be kept from the media and public. Whew. But that's a whole nother case. So dude had ammunition in his book bag. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Okay. Back to Cassie and Diddy. So Cassie said, I brought it up gently. I didn't want him to just do it with someone else. Were you able to express your concerns to him? Says the AUSA. Defense, objection. That's leading. Judge said, rephrase that, AUSA. The AUSA said, why would you talk to him gently? Cassie said, I didn't want him to be angry. So the AUSA said, do you recall all of the freak-offs? Ventura said, Cassie Ventura said, that would be impossible. So the AUSA said, did you want it to stop? Cassie said, yes, I was humiliated. I didn't have those words then. I couldn't talk to anyone about it, and then starts crying. Because it says sobs, starts crying. AUSA said, did you tell him you didn't want to? Yes. So now we're going to go to the Diddy Do It new paperback and now audiobook on SDNY cases against Sean Combs, criminal and civil, Ventura, Laura Jones, McKinney, Don Richard, and Jane Doe. Both detention hearings with more to come. First in the series. Whew. I think I might have to get that. Coast to Coast, Jerry Ghost, while Tony Jerry Ghost represent. Okay, while Teeny Jerry Ghost represents Sean Combs at SDNY Live. Right now, Mark Jerry Ghost speaking at courthouse in LA about the Menendez brothers. Okay, cool. Who cares about them? So Cassie Ventura, the judge, said security, or he brought it on himself. AUSA said the escort Dave. Do you know his real name? Cassie said yes. Clayton Howard. The AUSA said, who was this? Photo shown to Cassie. Cassie said Daniel. AUSA said, what service did you use? Cassie said a dancer service. AUSA said, why not a cop? Cassie said, I learned this whole situation was not legal. Defense, objection. Judge said, jury will disregard that last answer. The AUSA said, how did Cash get there? Judge, security, or he brought it himself. Wow, the judge is even responding. That's not good. So Diddy docket on autopilot while Judge Sumerian is presiding over the direct examination of Cassie Ventura. Right now, he docketed this order about motion to quash the subpoena issued to Clayton Howard. Will be docketed after parties confer over redactions. Okay. The court is in receipt of a motion to quash the subpoena issued to Clayton Howard. The motion and Combs' response to the motion will be docketed after the parties meet and confer over potential redactions no later than May the 16th, 2025. Also by May the 16th, 2025, Howard should provide the subpoenaed materials to the court for in-camera review, signed by Judge Aron Submarinian. Okay. So we're gonna go here. They talking about the UN. So with jury gone, the judge, what about pool reporters seeing the videos? The AUSA, we oppose that. And Jane does too. Judge, I am provisionally denying any pool viewing. That's my reading of Maxwell. Maximum Maxwell book. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's read that again. With the jury gone, Judge, what about pool reporters seeing the videos? The AUSA said, we oppose that. And Jane does too. Judge, I am provisionally denying any pool viewing. That's my reading of Maxwell. Maximum Maxwell book. The judge said, we'll break for the day. Okay. Then it says, okay, U.S. versus Sean Combs, May 13th, Cassie on deck after cross of escort Philip and Inner City Press, covering the trial. Okay, then it says, in U.S. versus Sean Combs, Cassie Ventura describes freak-offs and guns and safe as U.S. seeks to seal. I don't know what you want to seal that for. So with that being said, hold on. With that being said, it was a whole lot. It was a whole lot in that situation. And it was a whole lot in that case. So let's go to New York Times. Let's see what they say about it. Okay. Breaking news, top stories. Me. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Okay, here it is. I don't want to hear that. I want to read it. Okay. Here we go. I want to read it for myself. I don't want to hear what y'all think. I want to get my own thoughts on it. Because I want to bring it to the dream team and friends of what's really being said. So, by Dora Madonna, Adam Reese, and Eric Ortiz, the R&B singer Cassie gave uncomfortable testimony on Tuesday during the sex trafficking trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, detailing allegations of physical abuse and control that included days-long drug-fueled sexual encounters with male escorts under his direction. I felt pretty horrible about myself. I felt disgusting. I felt humiliated. Cassie, whose real name is Cassie Ventura, said in a federal courtroom in Lower Manhattan, describing how at times Combs' eyes would go black. Whoa. The version I knew of him was no longer there. Ventura, the star prosecutorial witness whose 2023 lawsuit against Combs became a framework for the government's sprawling case against him, took the stand for several hours on the trial's second day, wearing a modest long-sleeve brown dress, insinuating her pregnant belly. Ventura, 38, remained mostly calm and soft-spoken. She said she didn't want to engage in the encounters, known as freak-offs, but felt I didn't have much of a choice. She testified that she first participated in them around 2008 when she was 22 years old, and they continued while she dated Combs on and off before the pair split in 2018. The sex would occur in Combs' homes, her homes, and in hotel suites around the world. And Ventura said they might find escorts off of Craigslist, paying them between $1,500 and $6,000. While her testimony was almost somber at times, she became emotional in the early afternoon when prosecutor Emily Johnson asked her what she enjoyed when being with Combs, and she recalled the time alone she would get with him after the freak-offs. When you care about somebody and love them, she said after wiping away tears, you don't want to disappoint them. Ventura testified that she first met Combs, now 55, in 2005 when she was 19, and he was a larger-than-life hip-hop artist and music producer. He signed her to his Bad Boy label with a 10-album deal. Come on, yo, really? Releasing her debut, Cassie, in 2006. She recorded hundreds of songs in the following years, but most of them were shelved as her career stalled, and she did not release any more albums. She sighed when she told Johnson that arranging freak-offs for Combs instead became a job. I accepted the responsibility, Ventura said. I was confused, nervous, but also loved him very much and wanted to make him happy. During her testimony, Combs leaned back, appearing to listen intently. Ventura went on to say that angering him will result in physical and ongoing psychological abuse. If I looked a certain way that he didn't like, he would let me know to fix my face, Ventura said. Make the wrong face, and the next thing I knew, I would get hit in the face. He would say, watch your mouth. Pause. I got one question. When was any of this detailed entered into the R. Kelly case? Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. But when was it ever detailed that R. Kelly was just openly slapping people in the face? Come on. Then Diddy put a heart up. Sean Diddy Combs makes a heart gesture to family members arriving at his New York trial on Tuesday. Like, come on, really? The allegations mirror what was first described in her lawsuit against Combs, in which she accused him of physically assaulting her, forcing her to have sex with male sex workers, and raping her in September 2018. I got a question. Where is the mute Diddy? Where's the time's up? Where's the color of change? Where's the Sean Diddy Combs haters at? Because that's what they call the R. Kelly supporters. They call them haters. Where is the baby oil hive? I'm going there. Where is the baby oil hive? So through all of that, and you don't see Diddy with the same chaos that you're seeing R. Kelly with, do you? It goes to show that they still respect this man on some kind of level, and that these Negroes that came in to sabotage R. Kelly case didn't respect R. Kelly at all. That's my question. Where, hey Prima, you said it, where Team Lies at? They fight for victims. Angelo, where you at? Larry, where you at? Keep R. Kelly down. Where you at? Where's the fight for Cassie? Which let me believe that it was just a coordinated attack against R. Kelly. Diddy is from Brooklyn. Where Diva at? I would like to have a conversation. Where my cousin on that side, True Strong Warrior at? Hell, I go as far as say this. Hey, Levi, where you at, Levi? I want to know what's the difference between R. Kelly and Sean Combs other than names and people. I want to know. Because why I'm not hearing this mute P. Diddy. I'm still hearing stuff on the radio like I've been around. I'm still hearing Bad Boy for Life. But y'all too quiet. Y'all ain't crucifying Diddy the way y'all did Robert. And I'm going to go on public record and say this. If Jaguar Wright is in New York when I get there, I will personally have an in-depth interview with Jaguar Wright, DanaJay and Jaguar Wright. I guarantee you there won't be no shenanigans. So Combs settled the lawsuit privately in one day with the terms undisclosed. One of his lawyers, Ben Braffman, said at the time that Ventura's demands for money came under the threat of writing a damaging book. but that Combs' decision to settle was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Hold on. I gotta say, Ben Braffman, I gotta disagree, because when R. Kelly situations was being settled and he knew nothing about it, everybody in the world claimed that Robert was wrong because he settled. But then when Robert came out and said, I knew nothing about it and I wouldn't have settled, then y'all said, oh yeah, he's still guilty. So damn if he do, damn if he don't. Diddy is guilty because he settled in one day because he didn't want nothing damaging to get out there. But what y'all trying to do is paint the narrative that, oh no, Diddy was just trying to squash what was going on. Well, wait a minute. What about when Rob Peoples tried to squash what was going on and Rob ain't know nothing about it? Didn't y'all say he should have knew about it? But didn't I say that the R. Kelly case was just a bigger expectation and R. Kelly case was really Diddy's case? Y'all told me I was lying and I didn't know what was going on. No Faith, Lil Wayne ain't next. Smokey Robinson is next. They told me I didn't know what I was talking about. But now you see the same charges just worded and labeled different. I got a question for the people, and I'm about to put the call-in number because I want the call-in number to go up because I want to hear from people. I'm going to put the link up because I want to hear from people, because I think y'all got it misconstrued some kind of way. I think y'all got it misconstrued some kind of way. And the reason why I say that is because I don't see the same smoke. I don't see the same smoke. I see people hesitant of Diddy. Why? So the 5 criminal counts, which included racketeering, conspiracy, the RICO, and sex trafficking, alleged Combs used violence and threats against women to force them to participate in the freak-offs. He has adamantly denied the allegations against him. So now I got a question. If you adamantly denied the allegations against you, right? Then who forced the women into freak-offs? Cassie said that Sean Combs controlled much of her life and that she permitted it, being both young and afraid of how he might react, and that he could potentially blackmail her with recorded sex acts. Ooh. Ain't that revenge porn? Ventura's testimony was the first time in 6 years that she and Combs had seen each other in person. When she first entered the courtroom, Combs turned to her, but she did not look at him, walking straight to the witness box. Before Ventura took the stand, Judge Arian Subterranean ruled that her husband, Alex Fine, could remain in the courtroom. Hold on, pause. If the judge ruled that Cassie's husband could remain in the courtroom, the lies that people said that they talked to her husband in the overflow room was bullshit. I'm going to say it again. The lies that people said that they talked to her husband in the overflow room was bullshit. Because if you talk to her husband in the bullshit, If you talk to her husband, how is that possible when he was in the main courtroom? Then the judge ruled that he can remain there. So when did you talk to him in the overflow? I almost caught the Holy Ghost there with that one. When did you talk to him in the overflow? I just got a question. When did you talk to him in the overflow? Mm-hmm. 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 I guess you was talking through the wall. He said he could stay in until they got to the 2018. Great. Did he rule again after that? Well, they ain't say nothing like that. Meek, what they said was the judge ruled that he can stay. And it says before Ventura took the stand, Judge Aron Submaranian ruled that her husband, Alex Fine, could remain in the courtroom, but would have to leave in the event the accusation of the 2018 rape was discussed. Okay. Ventura's testimony. But before I get to the testimony, the question is, if the judge had already ruled, right, that he can be in a courtroom, why would he get taken to the overflow courtroom or the overflow courtroom if the accusation of the 2018 rape was discussed? That don't make sense. Hey, EJ, watch who you deleting. EJ made a mistake. That's all. Hey, Georgia girl. So Ventura's testimony concluded with discussion about a 2016 surveillance video from a Los Angeles hotel that has become key evidence in the case and shows Combs assaulting Ventura. The footage was initially released by CNN a year ago. Hold on. So CNN is holding key evidence, and nobody is and nobody from CNN has been prosecuted for this? I'm just saying, what type of world are we living in? When asked if she ever left one of Combs' alleged freak-offs, Ventura responded, yes. Video from the assault was played for jurors. I chose to leave, Ventura testified. I got out and Sean followed me into the hallway and grabbed me, shoved me to the ground, kicked me and dragged me back to the room and took my stuff. Following the release of the surveillance footage, Combs apologized for his inexcusable behavior and a since deleted Instagram video during opening statements. His defense team admitted there were domestic violence, but said Combs' ex-girlfriends were engaged in consensual relationships. Ventura's testimony is expected to continue Wednesday and could last through the week. And guess what? DanaJay will report when he get off work, just like he did today. So my question is, I'm going to open up the floor. The call-in number is right there. I'm going to ask a question. And the question that I have is, do you believe Cassie was a willing participant, or do you think she was forced? That's my question. Shout out to everybody that donated so far. Hey, I need 8 more people to donate. So can y'all donate for me out there? I need 8 more folks. Do you believe Cassie was a victim of Diddy, or do you think she was a willing participant? Call in 404-914-7986. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Do you believe Cassie was a willing participant, or do you believe that Cassie was forced to do any of these things? Hold on. You're live on the Dana J Show. How can I help you, caller? Uh-oh. Hold on. Hello? When they say that, you can hear me? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get you on now. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Can you say something now? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Hey y'all, blessings to everybody in the chat, and thank y'all for praying for me. But I don't understand now with this peace stuff. I'm serious. She was willing to do that. I'm sick of them trying to put my kings in jail. You know, I ain't saying he didn't do all of it, but it's too much. It's too much alike. They started with the pee and stuff. Didn't this come up? And you know the man that was talking and he said he was at the party and stuff. You know he used to be with the chipmunks. You know that? The stripper thing, it was called a chipmunk.
Are you talking about Chippendales?
Chippendales, yeah,
Okay.
one of them. Yeah, so he was with them. So I just really think it's all crazy. But they didn't treat Rob right. But you know why? Another thing, listen to this, Dana. If Rob would have stuck with you and started calling them other people and all that, you would have been home.
Are you saying calling other people like who?
Calling wag butt or stuck butt in the air.
Man, you know Rob ain't calling people, man.
That was the AI, you think?
No, it wasn't AI.
Okay.
I know the whole rundown of that. Rob called.
I know you know.
Rob, matter of fact, Rob called one person, and that person merged dude and actually let dude hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he got a copy of it, and then he took some parts out of it out. So yeah.
And then he got on what his name? Soon as he got on the Storm Monroe show, and after he got on Storm show, Storm was throwing kind of slick stuff, slings. He was vulnerable. He's too vulnerable.
People
He's too
do that.
vulnerable.
That's what people do. So people do dumb stuff like that.
But I think I feel that she was willing to do it. All them, they like money, so I feel that.
So you think Cassie was willing to do that even though she was beaten?
Yeah. Because guess what? They got some women that love a beating. It's weird. This world we in now, D, it's weird. People like people choke them and do all that freaky stuff, freak bulls. So she stayed there too long for the night. Come on now. Nah, I ain't falling for it. I'm not saying some of the things. Everybody have a little fight or something every now and again. How to say that? But he did some of it because I could see it in the spirit, but it ain't like that. When he went behind on people, they got him. Now I'm gonna let somebody else call. But when he went, and that's how he got messed around.
Okay.
Both of them. But guess what? They didn't support Robert. You see that? God said Coma don't have no respect. Come on, somebody. I'm going to say it again. Coma has no respect.
Mm.
That's deep. That means it'll do any. God don't play behind his chosen ones. Remember that. And I'm proud of you, D. You stay up. I need to get your cash up. Just send me the cash up. I got you. I'm gonna give you something on. And blessing. I'm with you with your vision, man. This your season.
I appreciate
This
you.
your seasons.
I appreciate
God
you.
got your back, man. And I can see a whole glow on your face. I got the chills. You might not believe, well, you believe me. People call me from all over the world. I don't want to cry. I'm sensitive, y'all. And I have a gift. I'm born with this gift. I don't charge nobody. I could tell people they name. It's just a gift I'm born with. And I don't use no tarot card. But Jaguar, right. Let me tell you one thing. Keep R. Kelly name out your mouth, because you sick. You the one went throw your son ashes on people. You the one smoked your dead son. So tell me what victim you have. Because you say you had a baby for Jay-Z and you told me that was AI. No, because I'm in the sector, Jag. And me and you had a fuss and you told me you do voodoo. Dana, I will send you the proof. I got it. Okay?
All right.
Love y'all.
Love you back.
All right.
Oh my God. Jag do voodoo? Mm. Mm-hmm. Prima said, oh, don't forget Pimp Low was online trying to get Diddy attention for Azriel. What about you just passing through? Okay, hey. Prima said, come on out and explain that. Well, hit that calling number 449147986. I'm telling you, that's how we do it. Nobody want to talk about the whole Diddy outrage joint. Nobody mad about Diddy. So I got a question. Why Team Truth ain't mad at Diddy like they was against R. Kelly? Make this make sense. Why Okoth ain't mad at Diddy like they was mad at R. Kelly? That's my question. That part, Miss Jag, is sick, and she better not bring her butt back to Philadelphia and let me see her. Oh no, Wafia, you can't do that. You can't fight Jag. Jag from Philadelphia. Oh, you know, I've been over there too long. Then anytime I'm calling it y'all real name. Jag from Philadelphia. I am chosen, brave, stand up for our rights. Okay, that's what's up. Faith says she chosen. So do anybody else want to call in at 404-914-7986? Speak up and talk. Do you feel Cassie was a victim? Or do you feel that she was a willing participant? I'm just trying to ask a question. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That 29th and Diamond about to come out. That 29th and Diamond about to come out. Oh, Lord. So I'm just trying to figure out, do y'all think that Cassie is a willing participant, or do you think she's a victim? Faith says she thinks she's a willing participant. Mm-hmm. A child said, good question. Right. Do you think she a victim, or do you think she a willing participant? Do you think she just was willing to take that? Or did you think that she was just like, no, Sean, no. They said, I know she is in my spirit. So I got a question. How many people listen to Biggie Smalls' Ready to Die album? EJ said 100% willing. Well, call in and tell us why, EJ. Also, like, share, subscribe, y'all. I thank the 2 people that hit the super chat. I thank y'all so much. So I got 8 more people that's willing to hit the super chat. So Tanil says she was willing. EJ said, "Can I'm at work?" Oh, okay, cool. Tanil says she was willing. Whew. Hey, Tanil, call in and tell us why. Ashley Davis said she participated and she enjoyed it. Ooh. Ashley, I wish you can call in and tell us why. Ooh. Wafia says she can go to Diddy trial, but couldn't go to her mother's funeral. You talking about Jag? Ooh. Hold on. Prima said the escort says she directed him to piss in her mouth, not Diddy. Oh, you know I gotta get the transcripts for this. You know I gotta get the transcripts for this trial. Ooh. Ooh. That's some nasty stuff. Ooh, she directed to pit. She directed. Oh man. Ooh. So the question, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Did she do that in lieu of Diddy, thinking that it was going to help her? Or do you think that she did it because she just that daggone nasty? If she let someone urinate in her mouth more than once, she liked it. Ooh, in her mouth more than once? Jesus. Oh my God. That's a little nasty. I mean, I like freaky situations, but I don't think I got that far yet. Jesus Christ. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So what we about to do, since nobody want to call in, I guess folks got scared. What we about to do is we about to just sit back and finish the day out. But tomorrow we're gonna be hold on. Are you live on the DanaJay show? Who's calling?
What's up, my dude?
What's up, coach?
Chilling. What's happening with you?
I'm good. Just a man. Oh man, I should have went live about sports. but what you think about this Cassie situation, man?
I've been listening to a lot of this all day. The domestic violence, we can't deny and say that that's not there. It ain't cool, you slapping up your lady and whatnot. Like was shown on that camera, that videotape. But there's reports out there that they both was physical with one another. And I'm not trying to excuse anybody one way or another. I'm just simply saying that both parties was physical with one another. And I'm like, okay, that's the part that we're here when the cross-examination takes place.
Okay.
Right now, the
prosecution,
the prosecution, they're trying to lay ground, to show, okay, he was this mean guy that basically, he carrying guns, he doing this, he doing that. Why does he have these things, so on and so forth. I'm like, when she talked about Suge Knight, I was like, y'all really reaching now. I was like, come on, dude. He went to go check Suge Knight. Come on, dog. I'm like, what are we talking about? I say, if anybody knows,
they said that they was looking for Suge, but I don't think they went to go. I don't think they actually.
No, she actually said he got up. They was in there getting busy. She said he got up and got dressed. They left. She said she told him before he left, she was crying, talking, so don't go do nothing stupid. And they asked her, like, well, how long was he gone? And she was like, about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm sitting like, wait a minute, what? I said, y'all really are like, I'm like, okay. I said, you try to pull Suge Knight in this thing. Like, are y'all trying to line him up to say he killed Biggie now? Is this where we going with this? Because I'm like, there's a lot of different pathways that they try to go down to make it look like, some things was going on or some things may have happened during that watch when she was with him. And I'm just like, hold on, bro.
Well, they said,
I get it.
Well, they said word on the curb was the Nation of Islam killed Biggie.
Yeah, they were saying that who was that? The guy, whoever that guy was, I forgot who it was, and I think they were saying that he died, but Buddy was part of the if I'm mistaken, he was a part of police department.
Okay.
The guy that they were saying. So it's just like I said, it's so many moving parts with all of this. I kind of agree with what one of the other guys was saying earlier. Like, Diddy, why you just didn't go ahead and pay this girl, man, in the beginning when she's asking for money? Just went ahead, bought her a little crib, gave it to her, just move the fuck on. Like, just let her, excuse me, language, just move on and just let her go. I mean, because now, like you said something a while back too that struck me there. I told the wife, I said, man, I gotta tell DanaJay, you know what? I said, buddy, you hit the nail on the head with this one thing that you said.
What?
And you was talking about when the day that freak off happened, or whatever the heck was going on at that hotel, they got in that fight. When Diddy was on video and he's sitting there on the floor. They were supposed to been getting out there. They supposed to been checking out like around 11 o'clock. But you did something on the show before. You was talking about she just came back from out of town for, I think it was a movie, some movie or something she was in. And they linked up or whatever have you. And that's when all of that mess took place then. And then you said like 2 days later, they was right back together again. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the timeline. They asked her, say, hey, so when did you two stop dealing with each other? Oh, we stopped dealing with each other 2017, 2018. So you didn't really give a definitive timeline of when exactly y'all was no longer dealing with each other. So they can't really pinpoint that, like,
right. So pretty much, and she gave a ballpark figure of what it was instead of giving a definitive figure. I get it.
Right. So I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I said, so if you say 2017, 2018, I'm like, you stopped dealing with, you went ahead and stopped dealing with him in 2018. And I'm like, wait a minute. But then you hooked up with the trainer at the end of 2018, and y'all get married 2019. So I'm like, wait, dog.
Huh?
Something ain't add up. Yeah. They got married September 2019. Is when her and the trainer guy got married.
Okay, Alex
The guy
Fine.
she married to now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute. I said, okay. So I'm trying to figure what was how did all of this take place so quick? I mean, ladies, I know y'all say, when y'all know love, and y'all want to be with a guy, you looking for somebody that that want to marry you, whatever. You down with the cause, whatever it is, you with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, this just seemed a little too freaking far-fetched as far as what's going on, because none of it makes sense. So I'm like, was Buddy in on the freak offs too? Meaning the trainer.
Uh-oh.
Because
Uh-oh.
see that, so that was like, wait a minute. Was Buddy in on the freak offs too? Because I'm like, hold
Let
on.
the coach cook. Let the coach cook. There you go.
I was like, wait a minute. I said, Buddy, I'm like, hold on. How Buddy, all of a sudden y'all just part ways. He ain't come after dude like y'all say he came after everybody else. Like, why he ain't come after dude like that? So now all of a sudden it's like, okay, what we doing? So I mean, it's just it's too easy for this stuff just to really, if you're sitting there, you thinking about everything that's happening, you got to ask the questions like, all right, what's really going on here? What really went down? And I'm like, none of this stuff just, I mean, I get 1 + 1 is 2, but this ain't equal to 2 right now. There's some more like 5.
Okay, so Prima said, then she said she came forward because she was afraid of her tapes being leaked when the defense came back and said she had the tapes, so make it make sense. She had another
Right.
Lisa Van Allen, OMM. Do you believe it?
Right. I mean, matter of fact, hey, Prima, love your content, sweetheart. Keep doing your thing. Keep cracking your ass in the head. Excuse me, I cussed again. When Prima get to when Prima talk, people listen. Goddamn, y'all better pay attention to what she's talking about. But look, then what I'm saying. So when okay, so back to what Prima just said. How in the world he got? How does he have the tapes when you were the one that brought the tapes to to prosecution? You brought the tapes to the state, to the feds.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all sat down together and looked at, if I'm not mistaken, I think the lawyers, both sides sat down and looked at them tapes together to see what was going on. So now I'm trying to figure out when y'all gonna talk about the tape where she was in there, telling Buddy what she wanted done. And see, I don't think some folks caught the other part too, when the male escort dude was talking about he was sending her D pics. And they would link up separately outside of Diddy. So I'm like, what we doing? I'm like, boo, you was moving how you wanted to move. And I think what happened was when you was getting busted doing what you were doing, that's when he came back and said, okay, cool, we ain't together. Hey, you going to go deal with that dude. I got you over here living in the crib. You got a car, you got this, you got that. I'm shutting it down. I'm not paying for this shit. You all over the place with all this, that, and the third.
All right, so Wafia said, I don't condone abuse, but Cassie,
I don't either.
But Cassie wanted him to wife her like he did Kim Porter.
Right.
And then she said, Cassie full of it. But wait a minute. We seen what happened to Kim Porter, right?
Allegedly.
Oh boy. So now you say what? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So she just disappeared allegedly.
Hey, okay. I better leave you two streets for too long once we get to that. Allegedly. I'll be the first one to raise my hair in class. Hey, you got the answer. I might know a thing or two about a thing or two, but hey, can you repeat that question one more time? No, sir. He ain't getting me, dog. No. No. That was a good one. I like that one. That was sweet right there. That's all right. That's all right. You trying to get your boy. It's okay. It's okay. But
I gotta keep shining.
It's all good, my dude. You try it with that one. You damn no try it with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, sir. No, allegedly. But I mean, yeah, I agree. Matter of fact, who was that? Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think around the time, how long he been messing with Young Miami?
Like 4 years.
4 years, that's 2021. What, that's, oh yeah, that'd be 2021. So we got a 3 year little gap in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mia girl, where she come in at?
The who?
Mia. What's the girl name? Mia?
You mean Misa?
Not Misa. It's another girl they talking about. The one that they can't find that's supposed to be coming to testify. She ain't testifying.
Oh, I don't know. I've never even heard of her.
Yeah, it's I thought you mentioned it the other day.
I mentioned it.
The huh?
But I said I mentioned it, but I never heard of her.
Right. So I'm
I was just reading. Okay. I was just reading what others were saying.
What everybody was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, where's all these people coming from? Where's all this? What's really going on with all this? Because, like I said, right now, yeah, she feels some kind of way about what's going on. What didn't take place for her, and then not only that, but then you got your husband sitting there, for support. He's sitting there with his jaws tight because you just found out your wife was getting extra big. She nasty.
And she was
being like me though, boy.
And she was being coerced.
Very naughty girl. No, she wasn't being coerced. She was there running the show.
She was being coerced or being bust.
She being who?
She was being coerced or being bust.
Man, nah, I put it like that. Who was that? Dawn from Danny Kane. She mentioned it in the in her she was it the interview she did was it with the Breakfast Club or somebody.
Mm.
When they first asked her about the case and everything, when she thought about what was going on, and like she said, she like that's big bro. I can't I ain't gonna sit here and try to do this dude in for whatever reason. Like, listen,
Dawn ain't say that, did she?
Yeah.
Or was that Kalina that said that?
Was it Kalina?
It was Kalina that said that because Dawn got that major lawsuit against him.
Okay, well, my apologies then. I'm off. Ain't got no problem being wrong, dog. Ain't got no problem being wrong.
But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wrongs don't make it right.
Right. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Ooh, wait a minute. Breaking news. The Menendez brothers has been resentenced to 50 years to life.
They about to get out.
Huh?
They about to get out.
How? They was just
what was they sentenced before?
They was just resentenced.
Right. So that before they sentenced was what?
Wait. And Menendez brothers resentenced to 50 years to life, eligible for parole now.
There you go. Told you. Yep.
Hold on. Eric and Lau Menendez were resentenced on Tuesday to 50 years to life in prison, which makes them eligible for parole. The latest step in a years-long battle for the brothers trying to get released after 35 years behind bars. The parole process will be long and could take years.
They cool with that. Just get the train moving. That's all I want you to do. Just get the train moving.
They've been there for 35 years, though?
Yep. They're what? 14, 15 years old? How old the boys?
I don't know how old they are. That's a long time.
That's a bad call.
But wait a minute. But, right, Judah, ain't that double jeopardy?
What's that?
And to be
Menendez brothers?
Yeah.
Nah, not to be resentenced, no.
Prima said
going back to trial.
But you had to go back to trial to be resentenced.
I think what they did was they put in for a review, or there was a law change as far as how they, according to their sentencing guidelines, it changed up for everything, changed up for them to get the opportunity to get what they got going on now.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
So Prima said if Al B. Shore does testify, as he previously said, That was another way to introduce Kim Porter and her mysterious passing, and Al B. Sure belief that Diddy had something to do with his coma. Ooh, that's clever.
But see, that is clever, and that was their means of trying to get everything to roll through her. But see, now you got to look at the fact that her testimony is showing flaws because they haven't come back to show the other stuff that's going on with her. She's trying to build the foundation for him. And like I said, the defense has not gotten a hold of her yet.
So also Prima said they claim it might be 50 Cent baby mother, but we don't know for sure. And then she said now Nancy Grace out here talking about people scared to be on the jury and are fearful of retaliation if Diddy is convicted. They play too much.
Yeah, right. Nobody's saying none of that. The crazy thing is, all them folks that they was talking about, the people today that's there in support of this man. Folks that went to high school with him, all kind of like, man, y'all bugging. So I'm just like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, which we if you ain't there, you ain't really getting, we getting bits and pieces. We ain't getting the full scope of everything that's going on.
But that's why I said when I go up there on the 26th, I'm gonna give you the full scope.
Hey, bring it on with the bring it on. I mean, my thing is, I'm like, listen, is he a super freak? Yeah, him and Rick James, they relate to each other. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I'm like, look, this was a domestic violence situation that should have never. You should have. Hey, I'll put it like this. My father always told me, God rest him up there, if I ever got to raise my hand at a woman, it's time for me to walk away.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to. If I got to raise my hand at you, I don't need to be with you.
Yeah.
And I've always lived by that. Yeah. Now, my man, on the other hand, he probably has seen some ruthless stuff going on, but it's not to. I'm not saying that for him to slide by with what he, what's going on, what's taking place. Like, okay, you paid her the money, for whatever was going on, and now here we are. Now you had all of these people that wanted to come in and talk about X, Y, and Z, but now saying, oh, he did this, he did that, but then you had my man with Busby. He got a little too greedy, wanted to grab Jay-Z and try to clump Jay-Z in with that mess going on with Diddy. All of that blew up in your face. So now them folks, they sitting out there on a limb looking like, dang, I can't get nothing because Busby done blew up the show. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, the one thing that I wish women would do, report it when it happened. I mean, I understand. I know it's difficult. I understand that because men do put pressure on women in ways to make them feel a particular way about whatever. As far as with dealing with them or try to make them fearful of doing what they should do to that's going to be beneficial for them in the long run. But I'm just like, man, we got to find a way to set this thing straight because I mean, it is some real stuff going on out here to these ladies, and you guys, they're serious, bro. It's some real business going on out here, towards these women.
Now, I was laughing at what Lexington said.
What she said?
Lexington said, Triple X Emmanuel Forever Part 3. She's a porn star and not a runner.
For sure. I mean, it's like I said, man, when she sat there on that stand and said herself, he told Buddy to do blah.
Wow.
And Buddy went a little too far with it. They told him, no, you supposed to just put a little, it'll be a graphic lace forget. He told a little drip, drip. He went ahead, just let it flow. So I guess that, I don't know if that was the reason why she got mad and upset and decided she wanted to leave. Who knows? I wasn't there. But, like I said, at the end of the day, we some perverted folks. I'm like, people, they want to get into their kinky bag. And I'm like, okay, I get it, but everybody ain't they willing to get in the bag, But then, you know, it's like once they get in the bag, they kind of like, oh, I want to get out this bag. As a matter of fact, another thing, ladies, since the ladies are here, hey, how many of you're dealing with a man, you say you're willing to do something. In this instance, Cassie said she's willing to go with the freak offs to make him happy. I'm trying to understand, are you doing this one time? You gonna do this continuously? And then you gonna do this one time and shut it off, or you just rolling with it?
But you know, she said she used to get beat every time she said no.
Nah. What she said that today?
Yeah.
No.
I just read it.
You ain't get beat. Oh,
So-
that's a new one. But I promise you, I ain't hear that one today.
And she said that she got beat every time she told him no. And she said if she even looked wrong, he'd slap in her mouth and tell her watch her mouth.
I think they was on some of that 50 Shades of Grey. We need to call that Puffy Shades of Grey now.
And then on top of that, but they said Diddy will fill a swimming pool up with baby oil.
That was funny. When I heard that, I was just so
other
crying.
hallucinogens and make her jump in it. Like, yo, you know how high you will be? And then on top of that,
understand though.
And then on top of that, the baby oil is heated up.
Yeah, I gotta read that one to see what the deal is on that. Not you taking me to deep end with that one, because the only thing I recall from that,
I'm gonna tell you
that crazy.
But I'm gonna tell you,
huh?
go to Amon Wiggins live for today. Yo, when I heard that, y'all had to cut it off, yo. It was too bad, bro.
Was he in the courtroom?
Yeah.
They had the who was that? Washington, was it the Washington Press, Washington Post?
Mm-hmm.
They were putting up a lot of stuff, and then they had somebody else was putting up some stuff too that I was catching, bits and pieces of today. And I was just, last year I'm just sitting there shaking my head like, man, I said, okay, dude's a freak. All right, now what we doing? All right, he's a freak.
I'm just saying.
I think it's more than your hand on nobody is cool. Hey, he got fetishes. I mean, he got fetishes that you got most men might not have. I mean, it's just like women got fetishes. I mean, you got some women like they toes something. While other women they don't do nothing for them.
Man, that's
you got other women that like other stuff that that it do something for them, but it don't really do nothing for them.
Man, Howard.
Hey. Huh?
Them Howard people are kind of special.
Hey, man, that man like to go down there and play with the Christmas gift and make everything happy. Boy, he come down there talking down, ho, like he slide down the chimney or something. Hey, that man trying to be great.
I'm saying, but he like men too.
Hey, like I said before, dog. Whatever is your freaking pleasure, man.
Yeah, that remind me of Rayford Edmonds, yo.
What you mean? No, don't do Rayford like that, Tom.
Don't do him like that. Rayford already did it.
What Rayford do, dog?
That's the only man I know that transform men into women. Because he said he had too many women.
Hell no.
And like that, and Rayford from the DMV, so we all know all about it.
Rayford was out there in them streets, boy. That's why I said don't do Rayford like that, dog.
Man, listen.
Don't do Rayford like that, dog.
Listen.
Rayford was a wild boy, huh?
We all know Rayford. We all know Rayford Evans, boy.
Like, man, oh man. I mean, like I said, I don't know what other how else to really look at this. I'm like, at the end of the day, man, he like both sides of the plate.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He do what he do.
Wait a minute.
What?
Audra said Diddy needs to have one of his business partners or children explain the baby oil, because I think that was for a business venture. And if Diddy knew better, he should be selling it right now. What?
Oh, trust me, when he get out of jail, he'll get a baby oil line on.
Yo.
Watch.
Yo.
When you get about that thing, baby oil line gonna be coming up. Puff Daddy's Playhouse.
What? Man, if they ain't give Pee Wee Herman one, what makes you think they ain't gonna give him one?
Hey boy, they call it the PD lube. Y'all
Namashia, Adabokush Kataya. Ho! Agalobokosha. Come and get in the water!
The PD lube, baby.
The PD lube. I hear that. The Puff Daddy lube.
Puff Daddy lube.
I've been around. What? I've been around.
Yep. Exactly. Hey, boy, y'all don't even understand the habit.
Hey, Brittany.
Thing, boy.
Man, the PD lube. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
This party popping, boy. Yeah, y'all better get ready. Hey, boy, he buddy, this thing crank up, baby. Y'all ain't ready for it, boy.
Hold on, wait a minute. So Audra said, so you mean to tell me you don't have baby oil in the house? I actually use the baby oil gel for massages. No, I don't got baby oil in the house.
But hey, Audra, guess what? They explained that too. They didn't just say about the pool. He was talking about that on what was it? What was it? When they was at the freak off, they would put the oil on themselves and whatnot. He was getting on them talking, hey man, y'all ain't got no oil on. Y'all need put some more oil on. So they had to go get the kid more lubed up. Put more oil on.
But nigga said, hey, you don't got enough lube on. Man, but it's enough. No. Why do I need more lube? Because what?
Yeah.
I would have been.
That's a boy. He's trying to slip and slide. That thing for real, boy.
Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you?
Lord, so I know TD Jakes. So I guess TD Jakes got that flashback being at the Diddy party. I would swallow.
Cut that out, dog.
And just swallow. Just put it all in and swallow it up.
Cut that out, boy.
Oh, what up, Nick? Woo.
Well,
you know what? They wouldn't let it swallow.
you eat off them now.
Boy. But look, man, but I thank you for coming up. Tell everybody where they can find you at, man.
Hey, y'all can find me at Tomorrow Leader Sports Network on the YouTube. All my social media is on my YouTube channel, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Got a couple of things going on. Actually, I write for Athlon Sports. Was a contributor for Sports Illustrated, so I'm busy. I try to keep active.
Yeah, man, bro, go at it all the time.
Hey, gosh, hey, you ain't saying nothing, bro. I can go ahead and create a thumbnail right quick. We can go live for about the sports if you want to.
Listen, it ain't.
Go ahead and let you get off.
Listen, I'm getting all cut because my boy is shining right now.
Who that?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I thought he said he gonna look, dog.
And Shador shining, Shiloh shining, Jimmy shining. You know how we do. We keep shining.
I already told y'all. Shador gonna be starting week 4 of the season.
You ain't nothing really.
Dog, hey, I got it in articles, dog. Hey, I might not speak. Matter of fact, I said it in the show. I got like 4 shows back to back where I talked about Shador on the channel right now.
Oh, I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, I said he's going week 4, dog.
Okay.
Week 4, he'll be the starter. I believe that.
Okay.
I mean, after I really sat down and got a look at that tomfoolery they got going on over there in Cleveland, I'm like, I understood exactly what was happening. I said, man, that quarterback room soft as a baby dude.
So let me ask you, you know what? And you need to create a thumbnail and go live because we need to talk about something, man.
All right, well, shoot, you ain't saying nothing, dog. Let me get this together. I'll shoot you a text message and let you know what's going on.
Shoot me the text. I'm jumping on.
All right,
brother. Thank you for calling in.
Yep. Appreciate you, bro. Later.
All right, anytime. So yeah, if anybody else want to call in, just go ahead and hit that number 404-914-7986. You know we talking about Diddy and Cassie. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who said this? Hold on. Oh, that Brittany? Uh-oh. She was in the mental health complex. Yeah, but they said that Cassie was, driven to go there. Ain't no way they going to allow her around Diddy after exposing him. Yeah. Brittany said, I used to put baby oil in my bath water to keep moisture in my skin. Ooh. Brittany said, Cassie's a liar. Uh-oh. At TRUTHFUL, she never had. She piggybacking off of everyone else's research. Ooh, you talking about Jaguar. So look, I thank everybody for the 2 super chats. And we fell short of our goal of reaching 10 super chats, but I thank everybody for the 2 super chats. If you want to take this time and send me a super chat, you can. Oh, hold on. No, Jag, Dana, not Cassie. I said that. Probably wasn't yet. That was the criminal element being used regarding the oil, because ain't nobody using no damn baby oil for sex. A mofo will mess around and get a yeast infection from baby oil. See? Ooh. Hey, women, and can y'all get eyes from baby oil? That's all I want to know. Mafia said Jag is the biggest liar ever to walk in shoe leather. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, like, can you get eye from baby oil? That's all I want to know. I thank you so much, Brittany, for the 5-piece. Thank you so much. I got 3. I'm 7 down, y'all. Come on, let's make it happen. And before I get off live real quick. So will baby oil throw off your pH balance and it'll give you a yeast infection? Yes, that will throw off your phone. Your phone balance with the ingredients in it. They make sex lube. Ooh. Brittany, I appreciate you for the 5-piece. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And what y'all donate now is also going to go towards New York. It's going towards New York. Like I say, the goal is $400, but whatever you can contribute, I appreciate. I put anointing oil. See, nope, we ain't playing with God like that. She said I put anointing oil on our body. So your baby oil got prayed for, and it's called Diddy oil. They said he put drugs in the baby. Right, Warfield. But they said he put drugs in the baby oil. I know she lied on Kales. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brittany. I'm a pastor, yeah, D. Oh, gee. And to Neil, thank you so much. Thank you for the 199 piece, the 2-piece. Thank you so much. To Neil, I thank you. said, I'm a pastor. She said, yeah, I'm a pastor, D. Thank you so much, Tanil. Ooh. So look, this how we gonna do, man. Going forward, when we have like these big shows like this, talking about the big things, I'ma have all responses in super chats. So when you respond, put it in a super chat. And that's how we can reach our goals, y'all. Also, at the end of next month, I'm going to be giving away some gift cards. I promised some people about the egg rolls. I will be getting them sent out this week. Coming up, I will be getting them sent out to y'all this week because I want to know what y'all feel about the egg rolls. Also, the seasoning is jumping, y'all. And the season is jumping. So with that being said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. And understand this. Don't let nobody try to intimidate you in no kind of way. If y'all know, I got people that don't even matter on their community walls trying to respond to me. But you can't respond to the truth. And the reason being is because while you over there talking, making up stuff, saying I'm a liar and I'm all this, ain't this you telling me to get some transcripts on your home, girl?
Then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript. But then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript. But then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript from that court hearing and have it attached when you go. Get the transcript.
Yeah.
This is why I can't take none of them people serious. With that being said, I'm feeling a little musically today. So I'm going to do it like this.
I don't know what you think you are. You think you're some constitutional scholar. You're some celebrity. Keep her name out of your mouth. Keep his name out of your mouth.
I got arrested this past week because of him.
These are kids that are like
what?
15 and 16.
They lied on me.
Dang!
They lied.
Now, y'all, these are kids
Chicago.
that are like
He
15
called a lady
and
up and had me
16.
arrested. They did a false report
Now,
on me.
y'all, these are
That's in
kids
Chicago.
that are like
I
15
can't help
and
that.
16.
I'm tired of him.
Now, y'all, these are kids that are like 15 and 16.
Well, they don't get it.
Now, y'all, these are kids that are like 15 and 16.
You're both doing what you do.
These are kids that are like 15 and 16. Now, y'all, these are kids that are like 15 and 16. But then also you can get if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript. But then also you can get if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript from that court here. You have to check when you go. Get the transcript. Then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript. But then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript. But then also you can get the if you can't get the same judge, get the transcript from that court here and have it attached when you go. Get the transcript. I'm a black son, okay?
Thank you, Lord. I give you. Baby, she's trying to come together. All trying to come together.
shit. Tell me how to feel. Okay?
It's okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get the fucking nigga in
There's
there.
a beat. What?
Yeah, I ain't scared to put the nigga in there. Send me the shit. I ain't scared to fucking nigga in there.
What?
Yeah, I ain't scared to put the nigga in there.
I don't have time for this. I don't have
Send
time
me
for
the shit.
food.
I ain't scared to put the
Y'all
nigga in
better
there.
quit playing with me. What?
Yeah, I ain't scared to put the nigga in there. Send me the shit. I ain't scared to put the nigga in there.
What?
Yeah, I ain't scared to put the nigga in there. Send me the shit. I ain't scared to put the nigga in there.
They did this to my mama, man. Y'all did this to my mama.
Hold on. You're live on the Dana J Show. How can I help you, caller?
Hey, this is Audra. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. Huh?
I said, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. But no, I was talking about the baby oil because it don't have to be sexual, you know what I'm saying? It can be just something people keep in your cabinet. I keep it in my cabinet because I put it in the tub for moisture sometimes, not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But you can do that. You could add different fragrances. You don't have to buy the expensive oil. Like I love Victoria's Secret bath oils, but sometimes I just put the regular baby oil, you know. And they have this baby oil gel as well. Back massages, it's good for baby. Why are you looking like that, Peter? But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to explain why I put that there. Okay. And as far as like products, hemp and THC, those products are becoming very famous, like popular. So there's actually warehouses and farms out here that will actually, you give them the recipe, they will fix it, make it up for you and package it for you and sell it. So baby oil, soaps, candles, whatever you want with THC or hemp in it, yeah, they can put it together. So I don't even know why people talking about if it's drugs. There's a lot of products out here that are drugs today. Ever since hemp, THC, all that has become legal. Yes, I have my own recipe worked up already, ready to go to present to one of those companies. Yeah, that's what they say. What? Why are you
So
doing
you
that?
use the oil on your boyfriend?
Huh?
So you use the oil on your boyfriend?
Back massages.
So you rub the
You can
oil
massage.
with
Y'all
the.
don't ever get pampered, like get y'all feet massaged. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't get foot massages. Y'all don't get massaged. No one has ever massaged you, your legs, your arms. Come on, man.
Audra.
I guess only athletic men get massages.
Audra. So
you are athletic man. You were you never gotten a massage from your
Audra.
woman.
So you mean to tell me that you use baby oil
Baby oil
with
company.
drugs in it on your boyfriend?
No, but there is something called KY. I've never used that, but I'm sure it's got something in it.
So you
Y'all
never
ain't
use
ever asked
KY
what was in
jelly?
it? No, I never did. Never. No, I ain't putting none in my body.
You
Not
ain't
me.
you ain't
Especially
never
not
put
no
KY
oil.
jelly on your body.
Mm-mm. And I think KY is meant for your genitalia to go inside of you. I don't do that. Mm-mm. No. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just use that as an example. You're trying to be funny, Zayna.
Nah, I'm
trying
just
to be
listen.
honest
Listen.
and
You
not
mentioned KY.
comical. I'm not trying to
Out
make
of all the
fun of
oils, why
it.
would you mention KY?
Because y'all are trying to make it sexual, and his oil. Look at all the oil he had up there, right? They were labeled. They had labels on them, and he also has in his house several bottles of the alcohol. What's that? Patron. I don't know what kind of alcohol he was promoting or selling, but he had it in his house.
Audra.
Lots of it.
Audra. Tell the truth, you use the KY jelly, don't you?
No, I ain't never. No.
We grown over here.
I'm very strict. I'm very strict when it comes to stuff like that.
You use the Ciroc baby oil.
Huh?
You use the Ciroc baby oil.
No, I don't put nothing inside of my body. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So you never put nothing to enhance your cat?
No, that's what I put in the chat. Also, a woman should be naturally lubricated. You don't need that. So that don't even make no sense. Dang them.
Listen, I ain't saying that. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
No, I'm just saying they're using that baby oil because it was there when they raided his house. This girl, Cassie, is making up some stuff. Because, okay, if they're saying they have video of this, right? Then I need to see the video of Diddy in the same room, not no split screen. I need to see him in the same room with her and another man watching them and him masturbating. I need to see that.
But 900 bottles of
she's lying.
But 900 bottles of baby oil.
It was a product. He's probably selling it.
And then
he has parties. He has promotions. When the people come over, do you really think he's spending tens of thousands of dollars just on a party and he ain't making nothing from it? They network at them parties. And you gotta also think Diddy was shot up at a party and he almost lost his life going to trial about these shootings. So of course he's gonna switch it up and say, okay, we having a party at my house. Look at Boosie, look at Rick Ross. They bring the party to them. They use their houses for multiple streams of income. Boosie even has his listed for Airbnb. So I'm saying we need to start using our intellect, our common sense, and start breaking this mess down. When it comes to parties, we have parties at our own houses. Come on now, don't act like we don't have parties.
Listen,
and I don't do drugs, but there are some people that do drugs.
Listen.
And they have just to get together just to snort powder or whatever they do.
Listen, so you don't think Diddy was drugging them people?
No, drugging them. No, you're talking about Hollywood. You're talking about celebrities. You can go back to the 70s and the 80s.
We talking about enhancements.
Look at how Hollywood, look at how show business did our people.
We talking about enhancements.
Billie Holiday got hooked on drugs.
Listen, who told Billie Holiday to sniff?
To what?
Who told Billie Holiday to sniff?
To snitch?
To sniff.
To sniff?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of drug she was on. I just like the movie, what do you call it? The Lady Sings the Blues. That's as far as it went, as far as my research occurred. But I'm just saying.
But listen,
I love that movie. That's my mom's favorite movie.
You crazy. But listen, I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow.
We gotta use our common sense and break this stuff down, you know.
But listen, I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow. I'm about to get up off here, okay? It's getting late.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow. Jump on here tomorrow, cause I definitely want to hear everything that y'all talking about.
You have to come on like after 10, you know.
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
Cause I gotta go to work in the morning.
After 10 at night.
I go to work in the morning. I gotta be at work early.
Oh, see, I don't get off work till 4 in the morning.
Oh, well, you can call in from work just like you doing tonight. Tell them, tell them people to let you get on the Dana J show before you squirt them with baby oil.
Dana, I'm just having you use your common sense. Baby oil is something we keep in our cabinets. Women
Baby oil ain't in my cabinets.
Especially scented oils and stuff.
I think
bombs, bath bombs, all kind of stuff.
I think you use KY jelly.
Y'all, you kind of. I've never used that. I use that as an example in this conversation. I don't put nothing inside of my body.
Nah, KY don't go on your cat.
I don't know what it's for. That's what I'm trying to tell you now. I just know what I saw in the commercials. I don't do that.
KY go where Sexy Red say go at.
Yeah, but Sexy Red may not be.
And she said her booty hole brown.
I know. Okay. Well, let me go. Y'all, really. Okay. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Audrey, good night.
Okay, bye.
All right. It's always good to mess around with folks. You know what I mean? Audrey said, All right, good night. Good night. Yo, I'm thinking about bringing my idea back to Friday nights, put it on the table. It was my idea that I lent out to somebody who wasn't worth even touching and did a disservice. So I'm thinking about bringing back to put it on the table, Johnny. Do y'all think I got like a late night radio host voice where I can just be like, come here, baby, anytime you want it? But look, I'm going to do it from YouTube. I don't want nobody trying to put me in the man act. Please don't do that. But look, I love every last one of y'all. I'm up out of here. I'm up out of here. I'm up out of here. And for all the haters, I got one thing to say. That one thing go like this. Good night, everybody. Ain't that about a bitch?
Wow, it's Sean. This shit don't stop. You ain't fucking with me. I don't know who need to hear this, but you ain't fucking with me. It's only one of y'all. I'm a one-on-one. Don't need to call me twin.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I wanna take her. Dipping your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.